Hey Griffin, so I'm going to record the model for some of these that really help you out. And today's first one is Monday, March 30th, the one-step equations one, okay? So this one involves solving one-step equations using inverse operations, okay? We talked about inverse operations before you left for spring break. Remember, inverse operations is when we do the opposite to both sides, okay? They undo each other. So notice here, our inverse operations would be plus to minus. The opposite of addition is subtraction. The opposite of subtraction is addition. The opposite of multiplication is division. And the opposite of division is multiplication, okay? So we're going to use these inverse operations, the opposites, okay, to be able to solve some problems here. So if we go down to our model space, okay, we're going to solve this problem using addition, okay? Well, this problem uses addition here, okay? So we're going to use our inverse operations. Remember, when we use inverse operations, we do the same to both sides, okay? So you're going to do the opposite to both sides of your equation. What this looks like is, notice here, this is addition. I really want to get this x by itself. To do that, I need to use subtraction. So I use the subtraction so I can get rid of this minus or this plus 1 on the other side, okay? Well, if I do it to this side, I also need to do it to the other side because equations are balanced, okay? So when I do 1 minus 1, that goes away. My x is going to come down, along for the ride, yeehaw, okay? And then notice here, I have this side I need to simplify. 2 minus 1 is going to be 1. That's what I'm left with here, okay? So that's an example with addition. Now, if we look at one with subtraction here, okay? Every time I approach a problem like this, I'm like, okay, what's being used here? Notice, I have x minus 2. I use the opposite, so it's going to be addition. So I do plus 2 on this side. If I do it to one side, I have to do it to the other side. I do a plus 2 here. Draw my line through the bottom. Notice here, minus 2 and a plus 2 are going to cancel out. My x goes along for the ride, yeehaw. I have my x here. 1 plus 2 is, you guessed it, 3. Okay, now, what if I have multiplication and division, okay? It's the same exact thing, just some new operations, okay? So, I have 2x equals 4. And you may say, okay, Mr. Gardner, there's no multiplication sign here, right? Remember, if I have a number next to a letter, it means they're multiplied together. So I have 2 times x. To get rid of multiplication, I use division. Boom. Use my division on both sides. Notice here, 2 over 2, they're going to cancel each other out. Okay. Then when I do 4 divided by 2, you guessed it, you get out 2, bring down my x, and boom. Okay. Lastly, I have a problem with division. Okay. Now, my division problem here, notice here, it's written a little oddly. I have x over 2 equals 2. Notice here, fractions mean division, okay? Fractions represent division. So to get rid of division, I use the opposite. I use multiplication. So I multiply both sides by 2. Now, this is a very important step, so you really need to listen here, okay? When I do that, the bottom, my denominator, and my top is 2. So those two are going to cancel out. I'm going to rewrite my x down here. Then when I do 2 times 2, I get out 4, okay? That means 4 is my answer. Now, after you watch this video, you're going to go down to your guided practice, okay? And then get started on those problems. Good luck.